Yeah, sorry. And then when I've said hello, she's gone, oh shit. I was like, did you not mean to call me? She was like, no. I said, oh well, thanks. She just stopped my whole video. But this is the ayahuasca snake that I think is part two, yeah. This is the ayahuasca snake. So these are what the visions were that I was having while I was on the ayahuasca. And my ancestors were telling me, don't take the ayahuasca medicine. You don't need to. That's why I'm on 60 mils and I'm not having any effects. Everybody else is vomiting, chucking up their guts, having suicidal thoughts, actually physically trying to commit suicide. And I'm in absolute bliss, man. I'm laughing. Oh my god, I'm having such a good time. But on the day two, still having a good time. But they've made me know, don't take the ayahuasca. It does this to you. You're not supposed to take the medicine. They says to me, don't take the ayahuasca medicine. So I said on day three, I'm not taking the ayahuasca medicine. My ancestors said don't take it, but that's exactly what they said in when I was supposed to take the ayahuasca in Africa. And I'm glad I never took the ayahuasca with the woman, because to be honest, I couldn't guarantee the woman's safety. If truth be known, my nan was making me know she wants to grip my girl in her throat. So I'm like, if I go under ayahuasca, I've got less control over my body. My nan's gonna grip her. No, I'm not gonna take the ayahuasca. So I never took the ayahuasca with her. So I paid all that money to go to Africa to have ayahuasca. And it never happened that way. But my ancestors said, don't worry about it. It wasn't meant to. The mission wasn't even that. The mission was her. The mission was her and Nana. Because this woman is on a mission trying to get all of the church people to take ayahuasca so they can meet God. Imagine. So when I'm telling my girl what her plan is, instead of her saying to me, how do you know that she's jumping up and down as how clever is she? How clever are you? And the joke is, you know what? She's the woman who's working with her, the assistant, is a pastor's wife. She's the pastor's wife. So you got the pastor's wife on one side, and you got the Obia man, Nana, on the other side, and then my girl Akua in the blood clot middle. Make that make sense? You know what makes sense? You see, when I come out the room and told her that I'm not having the ayahuasca with her, because I already told my friend, don't come in the morning. Because I'm supposed to, because I should have had my ayahuasca that night and my girl fucked me over. She said she'll do it at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So I said, but it don't make sense you come in the morning because I'm going to have the ayahuasca. She was like, yeah, that's fine. Before 8 o'clock, my girl showed up to Bumble Clock. Worked that one out. Remember, before this point when she showed up, I didn't know that she already knew these people, you know. Okay. I didn't know that she should have been on this recruit. Because remember, the day before when I met her, she's going on like she's never known a cure or never seen a cure or none of them before. It was only until the second day the truth come out, because I've turned around, you know, when I said to that I've given her the phone for her to whatever. And then something's come out. And she's gone, no, but you said you was going to call me. I said, what are you talking about? Call her, you know her. You one of them ones? How can you be telling her that no, she said you was gonna call her when you've just acted like it was I'm introducing you to the Akua yesterday and you're going on like it's the first time you're fucking meeting her? Yeah, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, I already know anyway. I know that I've come here to meet you, girl. Because from time my ancestors have been telling me that somebody is working black magic on you and you would not even fucking believe who it was. And I know it's my girl. And the thing is, she ended up getting fucked. People think I'm going to get fucked. Why am I going to get fucked? I'm not the one to get fucked. You know why I'm not the one to get fucked? Because I ain't out there trying to fuck anybody. You get what I'm trying to say? I ain't out there trying to fuck anybody. If people trying to fuck me, so it's like fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. That's what it's about. So I don't mind the fuck around. I actually quite enjoy some of the fuckery, to be fair. Especially when you already know what the outcome is and you know what's going on. And you're just like, these people, man. Because like I said, you see what I was saying? I wasn't saying it on this video, but I was saying it on the last video that I see things way out in front. And I think it's because of that why a lot of the time people don't want to take my message or spirit's message because they can't see it. And I know it's true because yesterday my daughter came and said some things to me about certain things going on her other side. And she turned around and she said about there's rumors in her dad's family talking about certain things between certain siblings are going down. And everybody in the family is now saying certain siblings are fucking each other. So I says to her, but you know, I told you that 2 years ago. And she said, yeah, Mum, I know. But when you say it, because when you said it, it just seemed like a thought in it because you're just sharing thoughts. And you said, you know, I never share my thoughts. It's always spirit coming true. She said, yeah, but to the outside world, it looks like you had a thought because it's all in your head. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't chatting to spirit the way that you're chatting to spirit. So therefore, when you give a message, it's, oh, Mum's giving a message. It's coming from Mum. So even though you've said it, nobody's sitting with it because it seems so far-fetched. And now, 2.5, nearly 3 years after the fact I said what a blood clot said, because spirit had in fact it was longer than that, you know, I'm telling a lie, blood. 2021. 2020 they said. You're right, you know. You're right. You actually are right. So 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, we're in 2026 now. Look how many years that is for something to come true. But look how many years I've known that and sat down with it and not said nothing. Because it's not everything to chat. Sometimes you just got to allow things to just play out and just be cool in it. I said what I said. If you want to hear it, you hear it. If you don't want to hear it, you're fine. But I know that for me, when spirit says something to me, I say it's gospel. I said already on my last video, when spirit's telling me to go out the window, you can fly. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going out the window and nobody can't stop me because I can fly. Because it's literally like that with me and spirit. It just is what it is and I don't give a fuck. So when these pussios are on the minibus talking about me, because the joke is, you know what? I've had to deal with this pussio and I've got it on another video. But I've gone back down to the same African woman's house, you know. Lord of God, after I've just gone down there and wild out in front of this woman, my nan's taking me back down there to blood clot. But this time, this fucking Obi man Nana's coming now. Nana has already told me from day one that he wants to fuck me. He told me that mentally, telepathically, the first time we met. I knew he was coming because I could feel his energy before he even reached the hotel anyway. And then when he reached the hotel, from a distance, I was just like, oh, okay. Oh, fuck, here we go. By the time I walked up the steps to get into the hotel, because we're coming off the beach, yeah, because all the hotels descend onto the beach. He's at the top of the steps, and the first thing he says to me, I know you, I've seen your face before. And I said, rude boy. But I'm probably not rude boy, but something like rude boy. I said, rude boy, you don't know me, blood. You ain't seen me before. Because I already know what his game is. He is a fake divine priest that fucks divine women to draw and harness their divine feminine energy. So when he's looking at me, he's thinking, cha-ching, ching, fuck you, motherfucker. I know that you've been dipping. I know the only reason why I know Akua wants to fuck him because I can feel Akua's energy, but he ain't interested in fucking with Akua because he can see Akua ain't got no fucking light because Akua is a dark fucking demon. Now her skin color is dark anyway, but that's not the issue. You understand where I'm coming from? Because if you hear her voice is so nice, it's so soft, it's so feminine. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Like, fuck, if you hear her before you see her, you would think she's pretty like blood clot money. It's only when you see her and you realise she's got them bottle, you know, remember the melt bottle glasses and them type of thing there. Do you know what I mean? So how she sounds don't look nothing like she looks. And plus she's very, very tall, probably about nearly 5'9", 6 foot. And she's very, very wide too. So you got bottle glasses, you got a lot of things going on, but the voice is pretty. I tell you that much. Because it's somebody else's. So she's giving off energy like she wants to fuck him. I can feel the energy that he's giving off. So by the time we've had that little interaction from the stairs, and then we've gone into Akua's brought us all together to open up the ritual because this is our first day on the ayahuasca retreat. So they're doing a ritual to open up the ritual, but it's not a ritual to open up a ritual. It's my man doing a ritual to check out who's who. So, and I already know this because Spirit's letting me know. So when I say it's just constant, it's constant. Like every move is being assessed and monitored. Don't get it fucking twisted. So when he's doing what he's doing, I already know what he's doing. So when he throws down 4 cowrie shells onto the floor in front of us, and I see 1 cowrie shell lands in front of me, of course it does. And not only does it land in front of me, it lands upright, pointing directly at me. It's not like the stone just come near me, The way the stone has come, because one has a pointy end and one has a round end. The pointy end is pointing right at me. I act like I don't fucking see it. I see him see me. And when he sees me, I ain't looking at him, but I see when he looks at me. Yeah? But I don't clock him. I'm not making you acknowledge fuck all. 1 drops at my homie. And 2 drop upside down. So that makes him know we are the 2 to watch. Yeah? So I'm here, I'm clocking all of this. Remember, nothing's being said, but this is what's going on. So by the time the ceremony is open and whatever's done, me and him sit down. And when we sit down now, because Akira says that everybody is going to go through divination and is going to do some divination training. But if you want, he'll do a divination reading for you. So I was like, well, let me go and ask him what his divination process is, because you don't know who's who. So while I'm sitting down with him and saying, what divination process do you use? Akira says that tomorrow you might be doing some divination. I want to know what it is that you do. He don't want to talk to me about divination. Obviously, he don't want to talk to me about divination, and I'm not about to get into no conversation that he wants to get in with me. So because I'm shutting him down from having a conversation, he turns around to me and he says, you know what? He said, you walk with a masculine spirit. So I said, yeah, I know. He said, you're very masculine too. I said, I know. I said, I'm more man than most men. I'm more man than you. I says to him. Because he's one of those gay men that I keep telling you about, that want to fuck women like me, to gain our energy, to go back out there and act like they're the sexiest bitch. They got Jezebel spirits in them, man. Narcissist and Jezebel spirits in there. And I don't give a fuck what nobody says, because I'm not talking on nobody else's testimony. I'm talking on my own testimony. Things that I've seen with my own eyes over and over and over again with multiple men. All of these fuck niggas that came in after my husband are all gay men. They're all undercover gay. You cannot tell me about these niggas. You cannot tell me about these niggas. And the reason why they're undercover gay is because they've got entities in them. They've got entities in them, blood. Like I said, Jezebel spirit, man. Jezebel wants to get fucked. When one of them, when he's on the phone, he's talking to the men them on the phone. Every time he's on the phone with the man's them, he's talking like a woman. And because he's talking like a fucking woman, it makes my masculine come out. It always does, I told you. You get what I'm trying to say? And I'm like, you're a fucking bitch, blood. You're a fucking bitch. Why is it every time you're on the phone, my masculine this time I'm talking to him, because my masculine's talking to him? And if you're going to go on like a little bitch, I'm going to treat you like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? I treat all of them like a little bitch, because I'm going to treat you accordingly to what you are. I'm going to treat you accordingly to your energy, because what you're standing in front of me is not the reality, because the 3D is fake. What I feel from you energetically, that's the reality. And that's what people don't seem to understand. I don't live in the 3D. So when you think I'm looking at you, I'm not looking at you, blood. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at yous down the line, multiple lines. I'm seeing bare stuff. The things that I've told these niggas, it's like the same guy that I'm talking about, who I'm telling him that is acting like a bitch on the phone with these men. Where. In fact, I probably shouldn't even say it, man. Let me allow it. Is what it is. It's just funny. So anyway, I'm on this minibus and we're coming back from Africa, from this place in the jungle, 5.5 hours away from my passport. Took us another 6 hours to get home. Yeah, because of traffic in Africa. And Akira and Nana are talking. And Akira saying to him, are you sure we've got a way out? Are you sure we've got a way out? Because what's just taken place is significant, you know. It's very, very, very significant. You have to understand, we're there for hours and it's going down. I've licked down people with sticks and everything, you know. Like, I'm going on with bits, blood. I've gone on with bits. I'm not even laughing at the fact that I've gone on with bits. I'm laughing at the fact of how these people have responded to it, because my nan's energy is so strong. Even when Nana's walked down there with me, and he's trying to drag me back up the thing, and I'm telling him I'm not going nowhere with him. And the same African woman I told you that I dropped down to my knees is the same woman I'm holding on to while my man's trying to drag me. Listen, there's whole heap of things going on. Next thing you know, boom, I'm in a Freemason ceremony. My ancestor telling me, don't open my eyes. Next thing you know, there's multiple men around me. Two's got me by my feet. Two's got me by my arms, and they're rolling me around. Two from where? It's just me, Nana, and the black woman. Who are all these other people? But my nan saying, don't open your eyes. Now, you would think it was all in my imagination, and I would have been happy to think it was all in my imagination too. Until, as I was walking back up the hill, because it was now safe to walk back up the hill with Nana. I'm talking to Nana in African too, there's so much going on, you wouldn't believe it. As I'm walking up the hill with Nana, my ancestors tell me to take a leaf, pull something down off this tree that I'm passing. So as I turn and go to grab something off the tree, your 180 peripheral vision. Through that 180 peripheral vision, I see a black African man standing there. Where did he come from? He's walking up the same path that we are. So he's walking. He's like 10 steps behind us. But I didn't know that. As far as I'm concerned, it's me, Nana, and the woman. That's all I've seen with my physical eyes. Even though when my eyes were closed, I could clearly feel that there was other people around me taking me through a Masonic ceremony. They were actually talking out the words. They were actually talking out the words of what they were doing to me. Oh, even at certain points when they say, oh no, here comes as they're rolling me over. So I don't know what they're putting me into, because I've watched the Freemason ceremony online. And the Freemason ceremony that I watched online was everybody's in their Freemason outfits. It's like somebody in the Mason had recorded this and somehow it had got on YouTube, so you probably can find it. But the point is that part of the ceremony, they die in it. They pretend to die. And you see men carry them out, and then they come back in, and it's a new them. It's almost like the Egyptian opening of the mouth ceremony kind of thing. But like I said, it plays through, which is why things seem so familiar to me, which is why I'm able to understand what's happening at certain different points, like the point that I'm talking about, because I can hear, I know things, as well as spirits talking to me, as well as downloads are coming to me. So I know I'm in a Freemason ritual. I don't know why I'm in a Freemason ritual. I do know because my nan is the mom of the Masons, as in the 3D physical. I'm understanding that my nan was part of the Masons. Yeah, and I'm also understanding that in the physical. So my dad's mom, Mason, and my mom's dad, some owl society. I don't want to fuck everyone. I don't want to fuck everybody's involved with, but whatever. Yeah. So my nanny saying that she is the matriarchy of it, and when she passed away, I was supposed to become the matriarchy. But this is the issue between me and my dad, because my dad feels say he should be the matriarchy. Now you have this conversation with my dad in the 3D. My dad's going to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about, most likely. But actually, I don't know. Because niggas be lying and pretending. I do know that much. Because they do know. But the fact of the matter is, let's just say, in the 3D, he don't know. But in the 5D, this is what's going down. But what happens in the 5D happens in the 3D and vice versa. So I got this download all the way from 2024 about what the fuck my dad was doing. And I got the download from my nan. But my nan gave it to me through a reader. But she told me while I was in the massage room, and I was basically, I booked a massage before I was leaving to go back home to the UK. So that when I finish with the massage, the clothes that I'm putting on is the clothes that I'm putting on to get on the coach to go to the airport. So as I'm getting ready, I don't have enough time, but my nanny's rushing me to say, regardless of what, while you're in the Wi-Fi, still in the hotel with the Wi-Fi, download this YouTube video. So I don't know what it's about, but this is the video she wants me to download, and then we'll watch it later. So by the time we've gone through the whole process and got on the plane now, this is when she's telling me to watch the video. So I'm actually watching the download while I'm in the plane in the air. And that was significant too, for me to be in the air, not on the ground, while I watched the video. I cried on the plane. At one point, I was thumping the mirror, the window, and the woman in front from one celebrity from the UK was like, "Shh, can you be quiet, please?" And I'm telling you the way I felt. Don't get me wrong, because the 3D me knows that I'm in a 3D situation and I shouldn't be banging. So there's no point me having an argument with a woman about something that I shouldn't be doing. But the way I felt inside was that all my actions were necessary because of the information that was coming through on this reading, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But all I say all of that to say that there's things happening on the 3D, but really they're playing out on the 5D. Obviously, because I've just said that, but what I'm trying to get a point across to you, but it's such a it's an awkward angle that I'm coming from to make the point. But the point is that I'm here talking to you right now in the 3D, but actually everything that I'm doing here, talking on this phone to myself, is actually for the 5D, because I can feel, and I can feel my ancestors, and I can feel the astral beings watching and listening. Not in a surveillance necessary kind of way, but they're really excited about what's going on, because I've been killing it with regards to just living by spirit and just stepping out in faith. You know what I'm saying? So when you move like that, you get a lot of attention anyway. So there's different levels of attention coming in. Some are coming in because they're fascinated. Some are coming in because they're vexed. Some are, you know what I mean? Whatever. But that's what it is. But all I'm saying is that all of these things. So for example, my dad, as far as I understand it now, I'm holding my dad accountable for my nan's death, based on what I've seen and understand, which is tragic, because you know what I mean? Like in the 3D, I know that, my dad loved my nan, but in the 3D, I also know that I've had certain thoughts that I've not been able to really fucking explain. You know what I mean? About my dad and his mom. And it's not like these are the thoughts that are just coming through now. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad's a man that would tell you, he goes to his mom's house every single day. So, Dad, if you go to your mom's house every single day, how's Nan in the house dead for 3 days before she's found? Little questions like that. Do you know what I mean? But my nan in this video is making me know that the reason why he's took her out is because she's told him I'm the matriarchy, not him. I know it sounds so bizarre, but I've still got the reading. I've got the reading loaded because obviously I downloaded it and saved it, innit? So it's not like I can't run it. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that was a significant turning point, because while I'm in the air bawling, listening to this reading, I look out the window and who's there? Orion. You know what I mean? In full form. So that was just another confirmation. But not only that, it was just protecting the plane, because it's like there was things going on. Imagine there's entities and energies that want to take out the plane because I'm on it. So you need to have a man like Orion making sure that the plane reaches where it reaches. Sounds bizarre, isn't it? But Spirit keeps bringing me back to the point on the minibus. So Akira is asking Nana, are you sure? Are you sure everything's okay? Are you sure we can get out of this? Are you sure we can get out of this? Because their intention was to fuck me over, but actually they got fucked over. And my man had some big Freemason ceremony, because that's the thing I was supposed to tell you. When I'm sitting down with my man and he's telling me that I've got a male energy around me, and it causes conflicts with men because it makes me turn into my masculine energy, like I'm competing. Do you know what I mean? And if I don't sort it out, I'll always have problems in relationships. This is what this nigga's telling me. But this is what I'm trying to say. This nigga's trying to get in your psyche, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to create a scenario for me that I turn to him and look for his help to get rid of the thing that he's trying to convince me that I need to get rid of. When really, he just wants to put me in a position where, in order to do that ritual, that ritual has to be at my house. That kind of fucker, because I've lived it already. I've lived it already with other so-called spiritual people. So I know the game. It's like history repeating itself with these niggas. But you're not going to get me like that. Because I already seen who you was from when you did your liquid divination the day after we're having this conversation. And I've told him straight, you see a man's like you. I said, as women here, we have to be careful, because enough of you spiritual men just want to fuck us. So I'm not just chatting this shit. I'm telling him. And then you see two other women come in and say, that's true because it's happened to me. That we've all had experiences of these spiritual men trying to fuck us. These so-called spiritual men trying to fuck us. It's not new. But the joke is, my girl across the room got fucked. So when I'm saying what I'm saying, she's triggered. So she's trying to throw something back at me, and I've just slapped her because I don't play like that. I don't give a fuck who you are. Yeah, and spirit don't play like that, and my nan don't play like that. So sit down. Because I understand why you're triggered. You understand me? But at the end of the day, you of all people need to know who the fuck this is. So then later on, she come to me when we was lying on the lounges, and she was like, oh, you know, she told me all about it, what happened, how he tricked her. She went to the house, and she was like, oh, but you only put the tip in. I don't know about that, love, but whatever. You know what I mean? But I get it. I do. I get it. I get the vulnerability, and I get the fuckery. And I understand the things that he says here to get you in that position in the first place, because that's his goal. But when I sat with him the day before, I just turned around straight and said, how long have you been a Mason for? And he said, I've been a Mason all my life. My dad's a Mason and my granddad's a Mason. My granddad's a grandmaster. He said, I was supposed to have my grandmaster, but I got sick on that day now. That's probably some bullshit or whatever, but he's making me know he's read every book in the granddad library and whatever, because Freemasonry is big in Africa, you know. Very, very fucking big in Africa. Most of the churches are swamped with Masonry. They're just acting out. You know what I'm saying? There's so much Freemasonry in Africa, you would not fucking believe it. But you would believe it because you understand that most of these European countries use that African witchcraft. They're using that to manipulate us. They're using that to slow time. They're using that to change up things. So, you know what I mean? And it's being affirmed for me in Africa. Akua's telling me that. Akua is telling me that that's what's going on in Africa. Never mind. I'm thinking, why is this woman telling me this stuff? We've just had a big cussing out outside with my girlfriend, because I'm cussing out Akua for the way that she treated me the night before, because remember I should have had my ayahuasca ritual and she took another girl in my place, and the girls she took in my place had already had her ayahuasca on Monday and it's Wednesday and everybody got allocated their day, and I've been waiting for morning and it's now nighttime, and I've gone down to walk on the beach, left a message with the cook to tell her that I've only gone and touched the beach for 10 minutes, you know, I haven't gone far. But this is the time she decides to come out. She should have come out from a long time. It's 9 o'clock at night. What time are you planning to take me in this blood clot ritual? So this is why I've had to go into the next day on the Thursday. But by the Thursday, like I said, my ancestor was like, nah. So when she's standing up at her altar talking in African, because she loves to talk in African. Everybody talks English, you know. She's from London. But for some reason, she always wants to be talking in African. Like, she don't want none of us to know. And she's just talking to the driver about the driver thing, you know. But this is how my girl goes on. But whether you're talking in African or you're talking in English, I can understand. Because spirit will always translate. I've been in fucking Bali, and I can understand fucking Bali. You know, East Turkey, Indians on Soho Road in Birmingham. I can fucking... If that's what spirit wants me to know and understand, that's what's coming, mate. It is what it is. So when you're going on with your focus, so when them two are whispering, they're probably whispering, but to me it's loud. So when she's asking him, are you sure we're all right? Remember, he's supposed to be going to a big ceremony, some ritual Masonic ceremony the next day. Spirit's already told me that this Masonic ceremony is about me, you know. This is before we've even left out at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to the fucking waterfall in the first place. So I'm already up to speed. So they're plotting and they're planning, but really you're just plotting for yourself. Basically, you're just plotting for yourself. And that's why I'm relaxed, and that's why life's so good, and that's why it's so sweet, because I don't waste my time on stuff that I don't need to waste my time on. I'm very, 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 very particular now of where I spend my energy on. Simple. So they're the ones that are fucked, because the outcomes that I've seen for them, they're not good. They're not good, man. They're not good for none of them. And to think that I spent most of my life trying to prevent these people from themselves, trying to protect these people from themselves. In my mind's eye, that's what I'm doing. Sacrificing myself to protect them. I realise that's not the way forward, man. They have to deal with their own karma. They've been putting it on me for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, and right about now, I ain't accepting nobody's karma. I'm in my own energy dealing with my shit, and that's it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And when I say it's the lightest I've ever felt in my whole life on earth, and I'm 44 years of age, man. And I can honestly say right now, I'm living in peace, man. I'm living in peace. No drama. No fuckery, no bullshit, no nothing. Just me. Me and peace. Me and ancestors, me and spirit. And it's bliss. So I'm gonna call it. I want to get some food and I want to eat something. Because I've literally had 2 oranges when I came in. And a couple of bites of some porridge this morning. And I still don't feel hungry, but I know I need to eat. So that's what I'm going to do, spirit. That's not what we're going to do. What are we going to do then? I didn't eat yesterday. So by the time it got to 1 o'clock in the morning, I had a headache. And I thought, you know what? It's not just about me not eating. I needed minerals. So I went downstairs and I put some Himalayan salt in some water and I drank it. And I made myself a cup of sweet tea so that I could get that sugar salt contrast. And by 3 o'clock I was okay. 3 a.m. But I've been awake since 3 a.m. And then I've been on my grind today, got back. And I'm here. And I still don't feel no hunger. And all I've had today is a cup of tea. I bought a porridge, but I never finished it. And then I've just had those 2 oranges and 4 biscuits. And I'm not hungry. But I can feel the energy anyway, so I know that it's, you know, when the energy is a particular way. You know, like when you're going through a Mercury retrograde and you're like, what the fuck is going on with my phone, man? Why won't my laptop turn on? And you realise, Mercury retrograde. It's one of them ones. Oh, I'm not eating. Oh no, the energy's off and I'm not eating. Okay, we're going through some type of ascension. Something's coming in. Some type of download, some type of awareness, some type of experience going down. Do you know what I mean? Because I can sense it now. Like my little spider senses. But also my appetite, my sleeping patterns, the fact that I haven't been to sleep and I'm awake, the fact that I'm videoing and I haven't videoed so long and I'm talking. Do you get what I'm saying? When I told you on the other video that when I was going through that ascension 2004, that 24, that led to my, you know, my little short stay on the psychiatric ward. And remember, when I'm in the psychiatric ward, I'm not mad. I'm actually training, getting permission from the manager to train the staff for them to get their level 3 because they're all on their level 2 in mental health. I'm doing a PhD on mental health at the time. So I'm just like, wait, hang on a minute. How can you guys be surveilling me? And I've got more mental health qualifications than you guys. Can't you see that these people are not mad? Do you not see that this is special educational needs? That's a learning disability. She's autistic. So I'm training the staff of how to support the patients that are autistic. They're not mad. It's a learning, you know what I'm saying? It's different. And because I'm special educational needs, it comes across so obvious to me. I know it's not obvious, but it's my job, innit? And it has been my job for a long time, I should say. So for me, it's obvious. So I'm able to build those connections with the patients. So I've got everybody and we're all playing cards around the table. You know what I mean? We're doing diamond art, we're doing colours. Because I love all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just brilliant. Had a really good time in there, to be fair. Had some fucked up times in there too, but spiritually it was fucked up. But 3D wise, it was fucked up too still. But it was good at the same time. Like I miss it. Imagine that. Like I miss the madhouse because of the relationships that I built with staff, the relationships that I built with clients. And perhaps because I'd been in isolation so long, I hadn't been around people for a long time, you know, like a good couple, 3 years. So being in an environment where now I'm 2 to 1, I've got 2 staff. Everywhere I go, 2 staff have to follow me, you know, because I'm going on with things, you know what I mean? 6 of them are pouncing on me, injecting me with injections. Obviously, I'm going to go on with myself, innit? What the fuck do you think this is? You have to take your medicine. You take the fucking medicine. About have to take the medicine. I don't have to fucking do nothing. Are you going to sign my contract to say that through divine law, you're fucking poisoning me and trying to kill me? You sign my contract. I'll fucking sign your contract and take your medicine. But if you ain't going to sign my contract, I ain't taking fucking nothing. Because if you ain't taking responsibility for poisoning me, I'm not going to poison myself. Don't be dumb. Yeah, I'm trying to say. But I can articulate it too because I'm very intelligent and I know how to, you know what I mean? So even though when I'm at home, I like to be in my Sasha, my ghetto, bad girl energy, But, you know, when I'm out and about, obviously, I know how to talk. I'm a fucking former head teacher and all that. I've been in the corporate world for a very, very long time and dominated, you know, so it's not new. But I keep wandering off. It's time to go. I keep jumping. All right. Ash, Sash, Rose, Ashtray, Asherah, we love you to bits and pieces. You know we do. We love you to the moon. Okay, so just how we started. We love you. 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 Nothing but love. And on that note, take it easy, you bum bum cheesy.